Hi, everybody. This is Sean Fitzgerald of authorseanfitzgerald.com, author of Bleeding the Divine. I am going to be interviewing Tahani Nelson tonight, and she is the author of the Faoii Chronicles. She is actually getting ready to release her entire trilogy in a omnibus package on ebook format for 99 cents, and we'll get into that a little bit during the interview. Go ahead and comment down below if I don't ask any questions that you'd like to ask Tahani, and please enjoy. Right. All right. I am here with Tahani Nelson, who is wanting to talk a little bit about herself, her works, and maybe play a quick game if she's down for it. Tahani, go ahead and say hi.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I noticed that you had a lot of reviews. It looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself, and you're getting some attention and some awards for your works. Any words of inspiration for folks who are just now starting to dive into the whole self-publishing world?
I think that one of the best things that you can do, especially as an aspiring author, is to get your fans and your friends and your family and everybody you know as excited about your work as you are. It's a huge industry, the writing industry, and there's thousands and thousands of books out there. But you can stand out if you really, really get everyone else as excited as you are, because you've made something amazing. I built an entire army for the Faoii Chronicles. I write female-led military fantasy. So everything that I wanted to do, every review I wanted to get or award I wanted to win, I put it out there like a campaign, like a battle that was to be won, and my fans followed me through everything. They were as excited for everything as I was. So build that excitement and people will follow you anywhere.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, I did notice that with the don't see a whole lot of people having things that personalized towards their works and what they're doing and everything with the Faoii Army. And I will be honest, I actually thought it was pronounced Faoii. And I didn't, when I looked at your book, I didn't even realize that there was a glossary until I finished it. And I realized I'd been pronouncing it wrong the entire time.
I should have put the glossary in the beginning, and I know that now. But one of the downfalls of creating your own language completely to better represent my matriarchal society is I made up the pronunciations as well, and I should have put them in the beginning. So if you are a new author and you're creating your own language, put your glossaries up front. Best advice I know how to give now. You
could also do the Tolkien thing and just, make it its own book. Several volumes of it.
Yes, you could do that.
Who's got that amount of life left anymore? So what made you get into writing itself, not screenwriting, video games, things like that?
I've always loved reading. For as long as I can remember, I have loved reading, and I've specifically loved reading fantasy. But when I was young, it was very, very difficult for me to find heroines that I could really relate to, that I could aspire to be. Women in classic fantasy are often damsels in distress or the love interest. Even when you could find a really awesome, badass heroine, a lot of the time she would meet a guy and like halfway through the second act, and that was it. That was her entire ambition after that. And I was so done with love triangles by the time I was 16. I can't even tell you. So I started writing originally just to create the people that I looked for when I was young. And then as I continued to practice and improve on it, I started sharing it with other people. And as it turned out, I wasn't the only one who was looking. So I'm really glad that I'm able to provide that. And hopefully the next generation of readers will have more than we did.
I definitely think that that's a good way to go. Are you ever hoping to see like a Faoii movie? Anything like that?
I would be lying if I said no. I know that it's not realistic, this kind of dream. I know that we all write our books and like to daydream about the movie someday. I know that it's very, very unlikely to ever happen. But it's also those little daydreams and those little fantasies that keep you going when things are hard. So especially if you're an aspiring author, keep those daydreams, like keep aiming for what seems the impossible, because if you ever hit it, you got, imagine that. So daydream, keep hoping. And I've already hit so many dreams that I never expected to when I started out. Like, we all have these big fantasies, but I never expected to get some of the reviews that I've gotten, especially from well-known authors. I never expected to go to the Indie Audiobook Awards a few years back. I never expected to reach some of the people I reached. So aim for your big dreams, but also celebrate all of the amazing achievements you get on the way there.
Absolutely, yeah. Everything that you get out of it's probably a pretty big blessing. Let's talk about which works in particular, or if it's just one work. What are you wanting to promote right now? What is the big new shiny thing?
I'm finally putting out an omnibus, a digital box set, and between February 16th and February 22nd, it's going to be on sale, all 3 books of the trilogy together for 99 cents. I've never done anything like this before. I'm really, really excited to be able to reach new people and give you this thing that I've been working on for so long at the most affordable price I've ever been able to put it down for. So the entire trilogy, 99 cents. Very excited about it.
That's awesome. So, where is the best place for everyone to find your books? In bookstores, or is it all online?
My books are available in lots of libraries across the U.S. They're not in a lot of brick and mortar bookstores, but they are in a lot of libraries. If you don't find it in your local library or your local bookstore, you can ask them to order it, and most of the time they will, because it is available at a very, very good discount on Ingram Spark, especially in bulk orders. But if you prefer online, they're available on Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, Roku, everywhere that books are sold. So whoever your favorite online retailer is, the Faoii Chronicles are there.
Perfect. Okay. I want to play a game called Read the Book. I want to get a bit of details from your book. Potential listeners and or readers might want to, get a few details, a synopsis, if you will. No spoilers are allowed. Dance around to the best of your ability. Tell me how the first book begins.
After her monastery is attacked and her sisters are slaughtered, Kaya is left alone to fight back against a dark army and a darker betrayal.
A darker betrayal and a dark army. Where'd the army come from?
She doesn't know.
Okay. What are Kaya's next steps?
Raise an army and fight back against the people that are trying to destroy her home.
Where's she getting an army from?
Everybody else that wants to survive and save their home.
What does the Dark Army want?
To rule the land that she lives in.
Why?
Because everybody wants power on some level.
How does this Dark Army intend to take all of that power?
With magic.
What kind of magic?
Forbidden magic. Forbidden magic that Kaya didn't even know you could still access.
Who forbade it?
The Faoii Order.
Why?
Because it is used to control other people, and free will is an important tenet of the Faoii Order.
Let me have one thing that gets in Kaya's way on her journey.
Kaya gets in her own way sometimes. She's very used to having her entire sisterhood behind her, and she's never been by herself.
Can you give me an example of getting in her own way?
When you're raised your entire life to believe that you are unstoppable, that your order is unstoppable, and then you watch everybody else die, you start to feel doubt for the first time in your life. And doubt stops a lot of us from doing what we should be allowed to.
What about this person who betrayed Kaya? Who is that person?
Somebody that she didn't expect to betray her.
Why not?
Because she really trusted this person.
If she really trusted this person, then who is this person to her?
You're gonna have to read the book.
Read the book, everybody. Perfect. Okay. That's a good end to that. I had fun. I hope you did too. Tahani, where can everybody follow you with getting updates on what you're doing right now, what you do in the future, and things like that?
The best place to follow me is my website, TahaniNelson.com. Spelling is right above my head, right here. TahaniNelson.com. You can also find me at Facebook.com/TheLastFaoii, Twitter.com/TahaniNelson. TikTok is at Tahani Nelson. Instagram is at Tahani Nelson. Basically, if you type Tahani Nelson in somewhere, it's going to be me that pops up.
Perfect. I will go ahead and put that down in the description. Is there anything that you want to say to anybody before we go ahead and call this a wrap?
If you haven't joined the Faoii Army yet, this is the absolute best time to do so.
Tahani, I appreciate you spending some time with me and talking to everybody who might be interested in reading your book. Hopefully we can have you back on after a little while, and we'll see what you're getting up to then, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Thanks for coming on. You have a good night. That was Tahani Nelson. Her omnibus package is available for 99 cents today. Go ahead and get a copy of her books while they're as inexpensive as they are, and leave a review. It really helps self-published authors when their potential readers are looking at their products. Leaving a review is a very important way to help them shape their craft, to know that they're engaging the right audience, and to generally, hopefully, feel good about what it is that they're doing. Tahani has been a very supportive member of a lot of the writer groups that I'm on Facebook, for example. She definitely deserves any support we can give her. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will have another video up next week with an author that is actually a very old friend of mine. Thank you very much.